And here we are. It has arrived. It is seemingly happening. The hostages are in the process of being released right now. Trump has landed in Israel with his car and is busy with Netanyahu and the rest of them before he heads off to Egypt to meet with a lot of world leaders, excluding Israel. Different video. Trump touts dancing in the streets as he heads to sign historic Middle East peace deal. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu publicly thanked Trump for his role in the negotiations, praising U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee as a great man who worked tirelessly to secure the deal. Family members of the hostages expressed profound gratitude to Trump, with some even calling him personally to convey their thanks. The agreement marks a significant milestone, potentially paving the way for long-term stability, peace and security in the region. Though experts warn that full disarmament of Hamas is crucial to prevent future conflicts. Israel knows. In reflecting on the broader impact, Trump highlighted the unification of Middle Eastern nations under the plan. The deal had unified countries that were once bitter enemies, he told reporters. So that's all good and well. You've now unified all these people who wouldn't have unified anyway, but why is Israel excluded from the meeting? J.D. Vance claims the Middle East is on the cusp of sustainable peace. When they say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon them. Someone needs to ship these people Bibles. Vance, speaking on CBS News Face the Nation, described the region as being on the cusp of sustainable peace. He praised Trump's approach, saying it was a very tall task and pursued a very non-traditional diplomacy with people who were not 40-year diplomats, but people who brought fresh perspective to it. The vice president further elaborated, I think that because he chose a different pathway, he didn't just do what everyone else in the past had done. We are now on the cusp of sustainable peace in the Middle East. It's a great moment. It's also interesting that Jared Kushner seemingly got involved right at the end and boom, everything suddenly worked. It's always worth keeping your eye on Kushner, who was a big part of the Abraham Accords and now suddenly was brought in as well to do his bit with this. And we can really go into Kushner if we want to, but yeah, we won't. Then the Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Corina Machado dedicates award to Trump after he misses out. Now that is a very clever political move, very savvy on her part. She received the award instead of Trump. It was a great way for the world to snub Trump. He was really expecting the award. And the first thing she does is dedicates it to Trump and working together going forward. So very interesting. It definitely casts a lot more doubt on the rumor mill about the Russian nuclear weapons that have been imported into her country, whether that's true or not. But like I said, dodgy. We need to keep our eyes on that and see if that is or isn't the truth. But her saying these things would lean towards it not being the case, possibly. But again, really clever move on her part to dedicate it to Trump. So she's not in his ire or being attacked by him publicly for receiving the prize in the first place. Trump thanks Putin for saying he is allegedly too good for the Nobel Peace Prize. Then CNN, now that's going to just thunder and storm and hell freeze over, attacked Obama for leaving out Trump in his message about this whole Gaza ceasefire. He did a whole post as former US president about this Gaza ceasefire and how amazing it is and the path forward and everything. It didn't mention Trump once. Sour grapes? Definitely. But a really bad political move to not be the bigger person and say, well done, Trump administration, for bringing it home. What we've all been working on for so long. You could still have tacked on your own, how can I say, abilities and what you did in the process, which were all useless, but you could still have done that and thanked Trump, but you didn't. Interesting. All the political machinations and moving in the background. So, big day, really big day. I'm really happy that the hostages that are alive, and they've been making phone calls to their families and everything, are actually going to get home today. I'm extremely excited for those families. My heart's really feeling just awesome love and happiness that this is now finally happening. I'm also heartbroken for all those that are dead, but at least the bodies will be released and there will be closure for those families and they can move forward. And then seemingly they'll be moving into a time of peace. We'll see. Peace and security, peace and stability. A time when a bigger leader can maybe step in and sign an agreement with many for a period of 7 and then break it halfway through. Everything else seems to be lining up perfectly for Daniel's 70th week, Jacob's trouble, and now also we're seemingly seeing Israel achieve what she's been setting out to achieve for so many years now, and finally getting her people back. Pray for Israel. Pray especially for the families who are receiving back bodies and not living hostages. Shalom.